Hello. Today we're going to be talking about traffic sources. No, not the sort of traffic sources like, let's say, slow cars or road work. We're going to be talking about capitalizing on media buying with enhanced control over traffic sources. But before we really dig into how to do that, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what we're going to be talking about today. So first, you're going to get an introduction to myself. I lead a lot of these webinars, so you may have met me before. We're going to talk about traffic sources. I'm going to give you a brief introduction into them. We're going to talk about traffic sources for media buyers, how media buyers use them and why it's so important. I'm going to give you a demonstration of how traffic sources work in Everflow and how to use them. We're going to talk about one of our newer features that we've released, which is private and public traffic sources. We're going to talk about Everflow Pay, which a lot of our clients have had significant success with. We're going to talk about some upcoming webinars, upcoming events, and then finally, we're going to do a question and answer if you do have any questions. And you can put those questions in the on the right side of your screen. There'll be a little area to enter them, and we'll answer those at the end. Without further ado, though, hello, my name is Isaac Maier. You may have met me before in one of these previous webinars. You'll see me next week as well. I'm a customer success manager with Everflow, and I've been in affiliate marketing for 6 years now. I'm based out of today sunny San Francisco, California. A couple fun facts. So I actually learned to drive in the Bay Area. So the Bay Area traffic taught me everything I know. So a fun little traffic fact. Fun fact number 2 about traffic. Traffic's a lot easier on 2 wheels. Say we wheel about motorcycles, bicycles, but it's a great way to get around traffic. I have a small little motorcycle that I use to go rock climbing, which helps me get around traffic. But we're not talking about that type of traffic today. Today we're talking about capitalizing on your media buying with traffic sources. So let's dig right in. So first, I'd love to just give you an introduction into traffic sources. So when I think of traffic sources just outside of the world of tech, I think essentially, where's this traffic coming from? And then getting into the websites, like what websites are referring these traffics. I typically think about refers, and that's not really off, I'll say, when we're talking about traffic sources for Everflow. So essentially, traffic sources in Everflow are how you set how you want your links to apply parameters, your tracking links to apply parameters based on where the traffic's coming in from. Essentially, the site or page where that someone's clicking on your offer. Traffic sources within Everflow allow you to seamlessly attach parameters for your partners to use to send certain values into Everflow. So you can always make sure that you're tracking the right parameters, bringing in the right macros, essentially. Now, why is this important for media buyers? Well, if you're a media buyer, you're likely buying media and placing ads on a lot of different sites, landing pages, and you're going to want to track different information potentially from all of those different areas. You're also going to have different methods of tracking that information. Different sites, different advertisers are going to send their data in different parameters. This is where traffic sources comes in. And with Everflow, you can actually add as many parameters and values as you like. So, and you can always make sure that they're formatted correctly for that refer, for that traffic source, essentially. Here you can see we have source ID, sub1, but you can add whatever you like, and we'll go down into that. Another thing that media buyers really love Everflow for is that when you're setting up a traffic source, you can set up one of your partners or affiliates as their own traffic source. So essentially, you can build out a parameter setup just for them to use. And we'll show what that looks like in just a moment. And that moment is actually now. I'd love to show you what this looks like. So we're going to give you a brief demonstration into how this feature actually looks. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I'm going to start sharing this screen. So we are now on our traffic sources pages on our Everflow dashboard. As you can see, I went partners, traffic sources, manage. You can see partners, traffic sources. We're now at our traffic sources area. Here's where we can see all the different traffic sources we have for our different partners. We can see all the tracking parameters that we use for them. And let's check out number 38. So you can see here we have a name. We can associate a postback URL with it if we want to. Visibility we'll talk about in just a moment. But the real meat and potatoes is all these beautiful parameters that you can see down here. And you can see, like, if I want to track just about every little thing that I can, it's possible in here. And here's where you set those parameters. Now let's not save that because we don't want all those blank ones. And I'm going to share another page. So let's check out our friend over here on our partner details. So we're now looking at a partner. And if we go to general, we can see that we have set up a traffic source. So now every time that this partner creates a partner tracking link, they'll be using this traffic source, the one we were just looking at. And you saw we had, I believe it was 4 parameters there. Now when we go to create a partner tracking link for our friend Quick Start Affiliate from the top right-hand corner of our screen, we can see that those parameters are already added and cannot be removed. So essentially ensures that we're always going to be passing that data, which is fantastic. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen and go back to sharing the presentation. So a couple things to note here. You can set SMS, email, push as a traffic source. Just please do note that our managed proxy service, MPS, is mandatory for those traffic sources. So just keep that in mind. Now let's talk about a new feature, something that Everflow has recently come out with to make traffic sources even better than they already are. So we have public and private traffic sources. So now you can see, you can set if traffic sources are visible to partners. A couple things to note here. So yeah, when you configure a traffic source, you can choose to whether you make it visible or not. Selecting visible for partners does make the traffic source public. Obviously, if it's not set, then it'd be private. If you assign a public traffic source for your partner, then they will have access to a drop-down menu in their tracking link widget where they can select any of the public traffic offers. However, if it's private, they'll only have access to the one. So let me share my screen and we'll take a look at that. Okay. Oops. I'm going to share right here. Okay. So if we go back to 38, this can easily be toggled directly from that traffic sources pages. We can make it visible or invisible to partners. So we've talked about traffic sources today and how you can use them as a media buyer, why they are advantageous. I'd love to talk a little bit about Everflow Pay as well, which is another feature that our clients have had great success with. Everflow Pay is essentially a fully integrated payment service into Everflow that allows you to generate invoices and pay your partners. It is the only payment method that is automated at partner signup. It's also the only payment method that shows a warning bar on your partner's dashboard with a link directly to input their billing information if they haven't edited that yet. Ultimately, this really saves you time in setting up the partner billing method and makes it so you don't have to chase down your partners to input their information. Saves a ton of time, also keeps them happy. Finally, you'll have a seamless partner payments onboarding experience, just making it easier for your partners to help grow your business. So please do contact pay.help@everflow.io or reach out to your customer success team from Everflow in the chat. If you're interested, we'll be more than glad to talk to you about this and help you implement it. Some upcoming webinars. Next week, I believe it is Thursday, I'm going to be talking about how to optimize your dashboard, essentially how to get the most power out of Everflow's features from your dashboard. And then the following week, I believe we'll be talking about smart links, how to utilize them, how to improve performance, and you can do kind of essentially like A/B testing there as well, which is kind of interesting. It's automated, but we'll talk about that in a couple weeks. What's next? So if you'd like to meet the Everflow team, and we'd love to meet you, you can find us at LeadsCon in Las Vegas. That's going to be from April 8th to the 10th. Sounds like a lot of fun. April 16th through April 18th is PI Live in Miami. Also sounds like a great time. I love all these locations. April 23rd, we're going to be at Affiliate Huddle in Brighton, UK. Also fantastic. So we're going to be all over the world. Hopefully we're in your neck of the woods. So thank you very much for joining me today talking about traffic sources. I do have questions I do have answers for you now, and I have some time to answer some of your questions. But please do note that the customer success team, myself included, is always here and available if you ever do have questions going forward.